So first question.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
So we will take a prime number. We will take a prime number, say 7.
Okay.
Okay, example 7. Now, does it have a multiple of the form?
Yeah. It has. I to find that, sir. For every prime numbers, I had that.
Oh, so exactly. So for every prime p, there is a sequence of 9s,
Yeah.
and this sequence of 9 is a multiple of p, right?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, we were able to prove it, ma'am.
So I solved that time.
Okay, so this is one thing. This is one question. Question number 2 is what we are observing is for any prime p, a sequence of 9s of length p minus 1 is always a multiple of p.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the other thing which Gauri ma'am brought up.
But for 13, it is only 6 9s are there. No, sir?
Wonderful. For 13, so here the statement is this is not the smallest sequence of 9s, but a sequence of 9s of length p minus 1 is also multiple.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so for 13, as you said, for 13, so for 13, as you said, the sequence of 6 9s, right?
Yes.
Is a multiple of 13.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what about sequence of 12 9s? Can we say this is also multiple of 13 or not? Actually, without computation, directly from the fact that this is a multiple of 13,
Yeah.
can you also say that this is also multiple of 13? We'll call this number 1 and number 2.
One, 6, 12. Yeah. It is multiple. N2 is multiple of N1.
Wonderful. N2 is a multiple of N1, right? So what is N2 equal to? N1 into what?
2, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. I think.
I'm just thinking how many zeros I should put.
1, 5 zeros, 1.
1, 2, 3, 5 zeros, 1. Let me see. So 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. Right?
Okay.
So what about this number? Is this number a multiple of 13?
Yeah, obviously. 13
No.
as N1 is multiple of 13, obviously.
Correct. Exactly. So N1 is a multiple of 13, so N2 is also a multiple of 13, right? So here also we have this. So this fact actually was noticed by, many people would have noticed, but we have talked about this mathematician named Fermat, right?
Yeah.
So he was one of the persons to note this.
Okay.
Yeah, and he gave a proof also for that. So you had considered the powers of 10, right?
Yeah.
For the first fact that there's always the sequence of 9s.
Yeah.
Right. So you just took a prime p, and then you considered the remainders
of powers of 10 with p.
1, 10, 100, 1000, and so on.
Right.
And you're looking at the different remainders that you get.
Yeah.
And then all the possible remainders are, it could be 0, 1,
Can't be 0 because
Exactly. It can't be very sharp. So, and then it can be until p minus
to
1.
p minus 1. Yeah.
Right? These are the possible remainders which can come.
Yeah.
Right. And then since there are infinite, the top row is infinite, and
Yeah.
in the bottom row you have just finite number of combinations.
So there will be repeats.
Some remainders have to repeat, and then you
Yes.
just have the logical conclusion of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, now instead of taking this 1, 10, 100, and 1000 and so on, just consider two 20, 200, 2000 and so on.
Okay. Okay.
Right, so we can observe the properties of this a little more. I mean, we have made so many observations regarding this, right? So this is one more observation which Bhageshri ma'am has added. If at all there's a sequence of 9s which is a multiple of that prime number p, and you divide that, and if n is that quotient, then 1 by p is of form 0.n recurring. That is another observation which she has made. Nice. Fine. So we will try to account for all these observations that we have made, and yeah, we will see. We will discuss. So if you have anything more, you can get back to me in the next session. We can continue the discussion.
Okay, the problem for today, the first problem, we will take this one. So I am writing numbers. Yeah. So let me just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what we can do is you can insert any symbol in between. So you can insert plus or minus or multiplication, division or brackets or any other symbol also. So in between you can insert anything or you cannot insert anything. You can insert any of these arithmetic operations. But finally I want the answer to be 25. So how will you insert the arithmetic operators? You can also use brackets, but you should not change the order of the numbers. So you should not insert any new number. You should not change the order of these numbers, but you can insert the arithmetic operators, and finally you should get the answer to be 25. So yeah, once you get the answer, you can message me in chat. After some time we can discuss the answer together. So the question is, you need to insert arithmetic operators so that the answer comes to be 25. Okay, so I have one answer from Gauri ma'am. Yeah. So for this question, the question seems simple only, and for this question we have many answers also. So yeah, try to think of as many answers as you can, and we will discuss the answer in a minute. Okay, so let me just note down the different answers that I'm getting. Okay, so it's interesting. I got an answer first from Gauri ma'am, but then I got two more answers separately, one from Bhagyashree ma'am and one from Venkatraman, Venkatasubrahmanyam Venkatraman. So those two answers are identical. So independently, I think you got the same answers. Yeah. So I hope you all can see the different answers. Yes, ma'am.
In third one, it is 3 plus 4, no? Orders should be same.
Yeah, that's right. So
the one with the power is unexpected. Wow.
yeah, this should be the correct way. But yeah, so Gauri ma'am, yeah, that's a very clever answer. So you can see that there are different ways to get 25 just using the same 5 numbers. The difference is like you are inserting different arithmetic operators and you are inserting brackets at different places. Okay, so this challenge you have solved. Again, so there are many answers apart from this also. You can work a little more and you can find more answers. But now let me give another question of this form. So now instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's take 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I want the final answer to be 100. So this is the same question. You need to use different operators and you need to get the final answer to be 100. Again, you cannot change the order of the numbers. You cannot insert any new number. You can insert arithmetic operators. You can use other mathematical symbols. And the final answer has to be 100. Right. So let's also look at another variation of this problem. So one thing is we are using the arithmetic operators plus minus into division, and Gauri ma'am actually used this exponent operator also. But suppose I also say you cannot use anything in between. So if I don't use any operator, I might get something like 9 plus 876 minus 543 into 2. So I can also just leave a space and consider numbers like 876 or 543. That also I can do. So now if I give you this opportunity also, can you get a new answer with this? Okay, so now let me write down some of the answers I got. And yeah, I'm sure like you will all find it interesting because these are the answers coming from all of you together and they're all unique. Okay, so the first answer I got was this. So the second answer is from Ramya. So this answer is from Preeta, and I got this answer also.
Wow.
Yeah, and I am also getting this answer. This would have been a great answer except for a missing 7. But yeah, so this was the kind of answer I wanted one of you to get. That is using just a blank space between the numbers. So this is still like almost there, except for this slight slip. So can you all think of an answer, one answer where you don't fill anything between two numbers? Anyway, so I actually was thinking of this question while teaching brackets to students. So we are teaching students arithmetic operations and all, and suddenly in class 6 there is a jump to algebra, but there is this BODMAS rule which students are taught, but it's like it's not properly taught. So the students are not actually taught the precedence of operators or anything. They are just taught that there are different brackets like this, like this, like this, and so on. And I'm sure that in school the teachers will know we are using this vinculum bracket, which is like not used for 100 years, but still I think it's also there in the syllabus. So while teaching brackets, I was thinking of coming up with an interesting question. So yeah, that's how I just came across this question. In fact, this question specifically, I found it in Alex Bellos's website. So this person, he's also a math enthusiast and he posts puzzles regularly. So that's where I came across one of these puzzles. Okay, so I also have two answers. One answer was this. So yeah, this was like very clever. You just got 98 into 1 plus 2. Again, unfortunately, there was a 3 that was missing. But I'm sure you can find a way to insert the 3 here somehow, and you should be able to get the answer. For example, you
I
have...
have inserted the 3 after that.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, I haven't, I just...
I missed it, I inserted it, reinserted and sent it.
Yeah, okay. So now I can see your answer. Yeah. So after correction, the answer looks like this. So this is one answer. So this is another answer. Okay, so the last answer I actually have to check.
Oh, wow.
So again, it's kind of interesting that two people have given this answer.
Oh.
Gauri ma'am and Venkat sir. So yeah, I am surprised that yeah, this not at all intuitive answer, like two people have thought of it independently. So I actually was thinking of this answer. So yeah, everyone, I am just writing down the answer that I'm seeing from the chat box. So in case there's a mistake, like yeah, everyone just check once for yourself to see if the answers that I'm writing here are all correct. Okay. So yeah, this was just an interesting question that I thought I wanted to share with you. Now it's 4 o'clock. So again, so this question is also like a question with multiple solutions. We already have so many different answers, but I'm sure that there will still be a lot more. One question that got me thinking about this was, what are all the possible numbers that you can write with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So we started with the puzzle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we got 25. So now, one question is it possible to write all numbers from 1 to 25. So from this huge variety of answers that we are getting, 25 itself we are able to write in so many ways. So it looks like it should be possible to write all 25, all numbers from 1 to 25. Again, I also don't know the answer, so I'm just like guessing. I think it should be possible. Now the second question is, how many different ways will be there to get a particular number? So suppose let's just fix 25 that we started with. Can we find out how many different ways will be there to get 25? So we are using only a few operators. So you are using 4 arithmetic operators, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We're using brackets, and yeah, sometimes like Gauri ma'am, she even used exponent. Or suppose we also use just a blank space, that is we don't include, we don't write any symbol in between. So we will just consider a number like 23 or 34 or something like that. So you only have a finite number of operators, a finite number of symbols that you can insert. So what do you think will be like the total expressions that you can get? So we only have 5 numbers. There are only like 5 gaps. There are in fact just 4 gaps between these numbers. And you have only like a handful of operators to insert. But can you kind of estimate how many different expressions are possible? So it is possible that many expressions will evaluate to the same number. For example, we already have like we already have 4 different expressions which evaluate to 25. Maybe there are like 10 or 20 expressions which evaluate to 25. So we don't know. But how many possible expressions are there? Just using these 5 numbers and just using these operators. So this is the question that we can think about. Again, so I don't know the answers for all of these questions. I mean, it's just like an open question I just thought of. So yeah, this, I don't know if the answers to them will be easy or not. But anyway, I also find this question interesting. So I think we will stop here. It's 4:05, right? So yeah, Shiv, you want to have any other question? Yeah, you want to give any other question or discuss anything?
Oh, yeah, these questions are nice, especially the last one is very nice. The number of possible expressions that you can form with these numbers. So are you also including exponent also?
Yeah, okay, we will include exponent also.
Okay, so exponent plus, minus, into, and division. What are the number of possible expressions? It's a very nice question.
Sir, can we use square root symbols?
Yeah, actually, I'm
Square
thinking,
root, cube root.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
doing with that.
but no, cube root, square root, okay, because it's just a symbol. But in cube root, you are also using the 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, it's
Square root.
we will take it as 2 questions. One is with just the plain simple operations, which itself is a little bit difficult to handle. Then the second part is with all this radicals, square root, factorial, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, we can consider all these things as a second question.
Okay. Yeah.
Factorial.
Okay then. I think we can stop for today. Yeah. Shiv, you want to discuss anything?
Nothing, thanks.
Okay.
So yeah,
Thank
any
you.
other comments from any of you? Okay.